It's time to meet back up with Xiao. Let's head to Mount Outsong. Strike a pose. Xiao, Cloud Retainer, and a pin! We're here! Wait, are we missing 2 Adepti?
Well, Shenyun banned Mountain Shaper from Mount Outsong for 3.
Oh, then what about Mooncarver?
The scheme to plant mint in one's abode was one those two fools devised together? And when it comes to punishment, one does not discriminate. His bit.
Wow, that's pretty harsh, Cloud Retainer.
Let's get down to business.
Huh? Isn't that...
Yes, Rex Lapis's Geopillar. It descended from on high this morning. He must have sent it for a reason, but it does not respond.
So, what does it mean?
Not necessarily. It could be a message only a specific person is meant to receive. Traveler, you alone spoke to Rex.
Oh, so it must be for the trap.
Give it a try.
Come to the spring on Mount Qingze. I have left an entrance for you.
Well,
Just as one surmised, it seems that Rex Lapis will not countenance our involvement in this matter.
That would not surprise me in the slightest. But be that as it may, we have served Rex Lapis for millennia now. In other
that's right. So you mustn't let your...
All right, let's get going. Shower me with praise. keep your eyes peeled. It should be around here somewhere.
You poor lost lamb.
The hunter.
Yeah.
This is trouble!
The wrong test subject.
Who can I? There you are, strong. Shower me with praise! Let me lose myself a little. Persistence. Shine. No longer. Strike a pose!
Who could have imagined that the once mighty Geo Archon might end up so, sitting on a humble stool in the woods, quietly weaving moon lanterns? You really do. And
This is a not a moon lantern. In ages past, when the gods waged war and the world was in turmoil, these lanterns were lit to guide fallen warriors back to their... Had you tarried in the mortal realm for but a little while longer, you might have become quite accustomed to them.
even so, it bears such a striking resemblance to the moon lanterns they used to offer up to the heavens. Could this truly be mere coincidence?
Perhaps in some sense it is, yet in another, it isn't. For instance, who is to say that some of Langan's magnificent jade did not become part of the very foundations upon which Liyue Harbor now stands? It is conceivable that this ritual was transmitted in such a manner too.
Now, let's not let ourselves get carried away. For all its splendor, do not forget that, in the end, even Langan could not escape its heaven-sent fate. Alas, it is just a pity that the little creatures of this world may never again lift their eyes to the moon. But you, Geo-Lord, now that you rule this realm, why take the trouble, not to mention the risk, to visit one who bears such profound... Are you not afraid that you might be sullied by the curse of time?
There is no risk to speak of. At least, not in comparison to that which you...
As I have stated, it was not I who defied the heavens. Geo-Lord, the ancient affairs of Langan have nothing to do with me. For I am but one of her deadly selves, severed before her demise. My name is not Zebai, but Zichao. Surely you did not take us for one and the same, solely on the basis that we may all assume the form of white horses? Sorry to break it to you, but you seem to have found yourself the wrong white horse. Anyway, do tell me, what urgent matter bring...
Very well, then. I have come to ask for Zebai's shade.
Oh? So, the Geo-Lord has set his sights upon Zebai's human soul.
The world outside is changing. With the new moon's birth, the confines of the Shadow Moon are gradually disintegrating. In other words, the heavenly soul is set to... Consequently, strange phenomena have manifested within Langan's former domain, leading to the earthly soul's reappearance as well.
Most intriguing.
My intention is to gather all three together, so that an old friend may finally make...
I must admit, it seems that some remarkable affairs are coming to pass in the outside world. Yet back in the day, it was you that freed me from that painting. And afterwards, I took up arms in your name. Together we first subdued, but now that the debt has been repaid, what cause have you to expect...
Zebai and I have long been friends. Given not only that you were manifested from a corrupt desire within her divine form, but that you...
I think you'll find that we are now as separate and distinct as any two beings ever were. Oh, great Lord of Geo. Should this still be
It seems that the fault lies in my own lack of consideration.
Wait! One moment, if you will. Should this not be your opportunity to propose a new contract? The part where you make me an offer I simply could. Even those puny mortals know how to haggle when striking their bargains. Should you... Come now. Enough with the posturing. It's time to name your price.
Very well. I had, in truth, prepared a new...
I knew you would knock yet. You should know that I want for nothing, for I live in the mountains, carefree and untroubled. Occasionally, I even find sport in teasing the mortals who stumble into my presence.
Then why persist in telling them those ancient stories? I speak of what transpired before the sky collapsed and the earth sank.
That is merely my way of passing the time. And what of it? Would
Those tales have long since spread throughout the
Who?
Should my words prove insufficient, I invite you to see the world for yourself. To this end, I have found you a pet. The Lantern Rite is presently underway in Liyue. And
So this, then, is the contract.
indeed it is. Think of it as a contract for a one...
Surely you do not.
Why not see for yourself?
Is that so? Then perhaps this deal might not be entirely off the table after all.
Hey, it's Young Lee! Oh, we've been looking for you everywhere.
You're here.
So these are my guides. Well, well. They certainly look the part, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor innocent little creatures. The benevolent Lord of Geo has sold you to me, which means that for the rest of this day, you...
Sold us to you? Just what have you gotten us into, Jacques?
The situation is not quite as dire as that would sound. I ask only that you accompany my adept.
I would suspect that depends on how well you entertain me.
Entertain you?
Let us start with this Liyue Harbor, of which I have heard so much.
How come this Adeptus sounds so different from what Paimon imagined? Okay, we'll take care of it. Get ready to find out why they call Paimon the best travel guide in all... Look! We've arrived at Liyue Harbor! Not only is it Teyvat's busiest port, it's also the beating heart of Liyue. So, dear Madam Adeptus, where would you like to go first?
With humble fare and wine to sip, in comfort clothed and soul at ease, one eats, and all the heart's ills cease.
So we're heading straight for the good stuff? Well, you're in luck, because there are two main cooking styles in Liyue. Li cuisine, which is all about mountain delicacies, and Yue cuisine, which is centered on seafood. The most famous restaurants are Liuli Pavilion and Shinua Kiosk. Oh, now Paimon's starting to drool. Yes, sir.
Both sound like excellent options to me. Are these the kind of establishments that most people might visit on a regular basis?
Not exactly. Both Li cuisine and Yue cuisine are known for their pricey ingredients. Definitely not what you'd call... But don't you worry about that. Just think of it as Zhang Li's little treat. Come on! Aren't you supposed to be pals with Hu Tao? Paimon's sure we can afford... Hey! All Paimon wants is to provide our Adeptus with the best possible experience here. Don't you want that too?
Both certainly sound like worthy choices. Just now, though, I happened to see a porter pass this way. Where might individuals like him go to eat?
A hungry porter, huh? Yep. Nothing fancy schmancy there. Just tasty dishes made with simple ingredients in a variety of different styles. Oh, and the owner happened...
One mean restaurant. Yes, even the name itself feels lively and down to earth. All right,
Yippee! choice, too. Wamin Restaurant, here we come! Everyone hold hands. Hey! Commit it to memory. Xiangling! Chef Mao! We're here!
Oh, hello there. What a surprise.
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon. We're a little busy today, so grab a ticket. But I don't think I've met this lady before. You could say that. Oh, I see. Well, hey there. A friend of the Traveler's a friend of mine, too. Don't worry, we'll take good care of you. Just order whatever. By the way, I'm Xiangling. I cook here at Wanmin Restaurant. What's your...
Miss Xiangling, have you ever heard of the White Horse?
Of course.
I am her, and she is me.
Huh? You mean...
Oh, you young'uns crack me up. Come on, Xiangling. Haven't you heard of cosplay? It's like a role-playing game where you dress up as famous characters and pretend to be them. Seriously, it's all the rage, and it looks like this young lady is quite the expert. Your friends sure keep their fingers on the pulse, huh, Traveler?
Wow, Dad. Didn't know you were so tuned in. But how come I haven't heard of...
You gotta listen to our customers. Didn't I tell you to spend less time chasing after wild vegetables?
Hey, I like making friends, too. Isn't that what I'm doing right... Anyway, even if it is just a costume, is it all right if I still call you White Horse Adeptus?
Of course it's all right, because that's exactly who I...
Okay. I can see you're really committed to the role. In that case, you can call Paimon the real traveler. Yeah, right. You could have at least switched outfits.
Puny mortals. Nevertheless, I suppose it might be amusing to indulge in your little charade for...
All right, go grab yourselves a table.
Hello. May I ask if Miss Xiangling and Chef Mao are...
Yeah, they're just over there. Wait a sec. So, what would you like to... Huh?
Hello, Miss Xiangling. It's me, Lu Xiangxiang, the one who broke some stuff here at your restaurant a few days... I just wanted you to know how sorry I am.
Oh, it's you. You really gave me a fright that day, young lady. You didn't actually get food poisoning from our blackback.
Come on, Dad. She's good. It's all right, Miss Lu. You must have been feeling a bit off that day. Why don't you grab a table, too?
No, I couldn't pop...
Hey, it's totally okay. We all feel under the weather sometimes. Yikes. Looks like all the tables are taken. Wanna come sit with us? We've got an extra seat over here. Thanks, guys. So what would you like to eat today?
I should very much like to sample...
It wasn't poisoned. That was all on me.
So that's one portion of blackback perch stew. How about you guys? Paimon wants... Sure thing. Looks like Paimon's having trouble making up her mind. Let me think. Well, since the blackback perch stew is on the spicier side, I guess it makes sense to balance it out with a serving of stir-fried shrimp. And since it's lantern rite season, you better try out the triple-layered consomme and come and get it too. Those are us for the carbs. Since we've got a full table, how about some right at home? Along with our special chili mince cornbread buns. Then for dessert, I'll whip you up. Wow! Sounds like quite...
Am I the only one who thinks that's way too much?
Not at all. Don't worry. But since this is my first time cooking for the White Horse Adeptus, I'm pulling out all this okie dokie. Just sit back and relax.
Hold on. Did I just hear Miss Xiangling mention...
You did indeed. And you're looking...
That's a joke, by the way.
Oh, I see. Phew. Almost believed you there for a moment.
Tell me, little one, what business might you have with the White Horse?
It's a long story. Basically, a while back, I took part in an archaeological dig over at the chasm. While we were there, we discovered a number. Our findings show that they date back to the era of Long Gone, an ancient nation whose people are said to have been the ancestors of some of the modern-day inhabitants of Chenyu Vale.
And why might such matters concern the White Horse Adeptus?
Because some of those relics not only seem to contain textual references to her, but even depictions of what she looked like. There have long been legends claiming that the White Horse Adeptus was a deity of that era, but there are plenty of other theories out there too. If I could just locate some more detailed records, I'm sure we'd be able to find out so much more.
So you're into...
Well, to tell you the truth, I actually joined the archaeological team by sheer accident. But once I'd started down this path, recently, though, things seem to have taken a turn for the worse. Still can't believe I caused such a mess, and...
Oh, so you're considering becoming a martial artist now and...
No, I mean, they weren't seriously hurt. It was just a few scratches, and they let it go. Either way, my career's pretty much over. And even though both the victim and the Ministry of Civil Affairs say they won't be pursuing the matter any further, my father says he's going to punish me according to our family. Yeah, he's decided to ground me. I'll have to return to Chaoying Village.
Wow, that's harsh. Sounds like the kind of thing only rich, super traditional parents would do.
We're not exactly rich, though. All we own are a few tea fields in Chaoying Village and a guest house in Liyue.
A guest house? It isn't Baiju Guest House by any chance?
Yep, he's my grandfather. So, you've heard of the guest house before?
Small world, huh? Come to think of it, didn't Boss think that the White Horse Adeptus would show up and let her divine power be known? Sure, but Paimon's guessing this wasn't exactly what he had in mind.
Little one, it sounds to me that your family is rather well off after all. What then drew you to archaeology? Why subject yourself to such unnecessary harm?
Even if I stayed at home, there's no guarantee I'd lead a nice, easy life. Just look at my father. Recently, my grandfather put him in charge of the guest house, and he came up with a bunch of ideas right away. Starting with that didn't turn out well, though. My grandfather yelled at him for days.
Oh! Paimon thinks we might have heard about that too.
Long story short, being dependent on others is never fun. You just end up being completely... That's why I want to make it on my own out here, no matter how hard it is. After all, as the saying goes, to rise above others, one must endure the hardest of hardships. What's so funny?
You poor, innocent little creatures never fail to amuse me. I would have thought that the wiser path would be to simply roam this world as I do.
Huh?
Tell me, what is it that you truly delight in, Archeal?
Yes!
Surely there must be something you don't find quite so exhausting. Whatever delights you should not feel like a burden.
But... do things like that really exist?
Of course! Take Miss Xiangling, for instance. So, since it seems you are resolved to tread the rocky path, you should strive with all your might to pursue that which brings you delight.
You mean, like, cosplay?
I suppose you might say that.
Looks like the White Horse Adeptus.
I think I get what you mean, then. Maybe I should have a chat with Miss Xiongling before I head home.
Okay, everyone. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's your food. Wow. It all smells so good.
Oh, finally! I get to try that famous poisonous stew.
Hey, didn't you hear what Shang said? It wasn't the stew. If anyone's to blame, it's that other you. What's up?
How fiercely this mortal fare burns upon the tongue! Most satisfying as poisonous stews go. So, where to now?
Oh, there's plenty of entertainment options in Liyue. Paimon will tell you that. The locals like to drink tea, walk their pets, play chess, watch operas, attend storytelling performances.
Storytelling performances?
You know, like listening to people telling stories. They're usually based on old Liyue legends, just like their operas. Stuff like the Divine Damsel of Devastation.
What about the story of the bright moon that sits in the sky above us?
Paimon doesn't think she's heard that one. Still, the moon does come up quite a lot. It's even in the name itself. The Yue in Liyue. Since we're on the subject, you like telling stories yourself, right? Why don't we go check it out?
In that case, I'll have to trouble the two of you to lead the way.
Awesome! Let's go! Third round knockout, here we come!
Should I save this money?
Liyue's really got a lot going for it.
Try something new with the One Mean Restaurant.
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Should I save this money or invest it?
Wow.
Try something new.
Liyue's really got a lot going for it.
What a tongue twister! I'd have made a complete fool of myself if I tried to say it on stage. Huh. Call yourself Iron Tongue, Tien. Wobbly Tongue, Tien, more like.
I used to have that problem a lot, but if you just take your time to grasp the meaning and commit it to memory...
You're right, Miss Yoon. I'll give it another try.
Hey, Yunjin! Fancy seeing you here! What are you two talking about?
Ah, Traveler and Paimon, we meet again. And who, may I ask, is this?
You may call me the White Horse Adeptus.
The White Horse Adeptus?
She's not really an Adeptus.
I see. Well, it certainly looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, funny you mention it. This type of thing is actually something I'm quite familiar with. Once, to perform Through the Eyes of a Dragon, I decided to imagine that I was Rex Lapis himself. It was the only way to truly inhabit his mindset and understand his resolve to quell those demons.
Sounds like you just wanted an excuse to feel all big and powerful.
Hey, that's... You just don't understand how inspiration works.
You're one to talk. Paimon's traveled all over with the Traveler, and she's seen things that would make your jaw drop.
All right, then. Since you claim to be so knowledgeable, why don't you prove it by reciting an ancient poem?
An ancient poem? Which one?
Ha! See? You mean to tell me you've never even heard of the ancient poem called An Ancient Poem?
What kind of a title is that?
Quit teasing, Paimon. We only just found out about that ourselves. He's talking about the writing on those ancient relics. When we first saw it, we couldn't figure out what it all meant. So in the meantime, we decided to just refer to it as an ancient poem. However, thanks to the painstaking work of the scholars who were tasked with decoding it, it seems like that's exactly what it was. Or rather, an ode offered in veneration of the moon and the White Horse Adeptus.
Oh, yeah! Didn't Keqing mention that before? It's got something to do with Longon, right?
That is correct. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has issued a notice stating that, although it is true that the moon may disappear tonight, we should be in no danger. In other words, there's nothing to fear. But if you're worried, we can always take a leaf from the Book of the Ancients. By reciting this poem, I mean, and calling for the White Horse Adeptus' aid. If we do that, I'm certain she'll protect our moon and keep us safe.
Oh, seriously? Paimon has to get a look at this. Under moon eternal, in radiant night, a maiden grants silk, soft and light? What in Tibet's that supposed to mean? Under moon iridescent, in night divine, blah blah blah, something cloth so fine. Something about fields being plowed, something else about seeds being sown from the earth. Seriously? What is this?
The fields are plowed, the seeds are sown, and from the earth, life is grown.
Whoa! You did that without even looking!
Bravo! Bravo! We have an expert in our midst. Looks like this young lady really does know her role inside out. If I didn't know any better, I'd have taken her for the real deal.
That's because I am the real deal.
That's the spirit. This is exactly the kind of mindset I was talking about. Believe me, young lady, I know exactly why you do it. Back in the day, I was just like you.
I must say you are rather amusing as mortals go.
Miss White Horse Adeptus, it is a great pleasure to make your acquaintance today. I have some questions regarding the poem, and I was wondering, perhaps, if you might be able to shed some light on it?
You want me to explain the full meaning of its verses?
Your guidance would be much appreciated.
Fascinating. Tell me, do all the people of Liyue still express such reverence for the ancient ways?
Well, it's true that we hold a deep fondness for our history, but it is hardly our only pursuit. One of my good friends, for instance, is even more devoted to the modern Fontanian art of rock and roll.
Exactly! And don't forget, great practitioners of the role-playing arts walk among us too. People like me and you, young lady.
Yes. So rather than placing too much emphasis on our reverence for the ancient ways, it might be better to say that here in Liyue, 100 passions bloom, each with a voice of its own.
I see. Then, I suppose it wouldn't do any harm for me to enlighten you. In truth, it is but a simple poem of blessings. Its meaning is this. As the eternal moon rises in the night sky, a maiden adorned with lustrous jade descends upon the earth. She blesses the kudzu vines, and as the iridescent moon rises in the night sky, a maiden adorned with lustrous jade descends